Welcome to another rooftop review. I'm Tom, the founder of BTEKT, and this video is all about portrait mode. We'll be comparing the Sony Xperia 1 Mark II with this is very difficult for me to say whilst doing this, with the Sony A7 III. We're going to have the phone in auto mode to begin with, and then we're going to switch to pro mode. And then actually, as a little surprise at the end of this video, we're going to throw in a couple of other phones just to give you even more perspective. I really hope you enjoy this video and you find it useful. If you do, it would mean the world to me and the team here if you hit the like button and subscribe for more rooftop reviews. Enjoy the view. Thank you. So a couple of things about this video. What we are filming on is actually the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, and I'm incredibly impressed with this phone. So there's that. The second thing is that we will be throwing in a little surprise at the end of the video, because we've got an extra two phones that we're going to be just taking some portraits of Tati with, just to give you a bit more context. So the order is going to be the A7 III versus the Xperia 1 Mark II in auto mode. Then we're going to go into pro mode, and then we're going to show you how that looks, and then a couple of more phones at the end. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. So here she is. Everyone, say hi to Tati. Tati, say hi to everyone.
Hello, hola.
Excellent. It's incredibly kind of her to volunteer to do this, because no one else, frankly, was up for it or is beautiful. So let's get into it right now. Okay, so we are now back into the studio, which if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see is brand new. We haven't kitted it out yet, but just as an audio test, I'm recording my voice now into the Xperia 1 Mark II. First of all, we want to look at the A7 III here and just see how that is doing. I think you'll agree with Andres, our photographer here, and myself, that the colors, generally speaking, are nice and natural. It's not too sharp, and the area here at the top of the t-shirt is a little bit overblown, and I want us to focus on that, because we're going to look at that same area with the other phones that we have here. So then coming back over now to the Xperia 1 Mark II, and what we're seeing here is that we're struggling even more here with that overblown area that I mentioned at the top of the t-shirt. Other than that though, it's a great image. We're very happy, it's not too sharp or harsh. Natural colors, beautiful depth to the image. Yeah, we're really happy with this one. So when we now move to pro mode here on the Xperia 1 Mark II, you can see what we've done is we've reined in the sort of areas of overexposure at the top of the t-shirt without degrading the rest of the image too much. And you can see that the face, especially here, I mean, it looks fantastic. The skin is warm, very natural. We were really happy with this image, and actually we don't have a problem with the fact that it's still a little bit overblown there on the t-shirt. Yeah, the more we think about it, we feel we've struck a really good balance here, and we're very happy with the way this one has come out. Andres had a very, very good point here, and that is that the A7 III is $1,000 right now more expensive than the Xperia 1 Mark II. So let's not forget that. So before we get into the other phones here, let's go back to the A7 III because we've put this into manual mode here, and what we wanted to do was completely rein in the overblown area there at the top of the t-shirt, and you'll see we managed to do that reasonably successfully, and generally speaking, although the image is a bit darker, it really looks good. Now what's really interesting here when we compare the A7 III with the Xperia 1 Mark II is we're seeing obviously a very similar approach. Both suffer from these overblown areas, but it's worth that trade-off, we feel, because the images are so natural looking. Now when we shared these images with our friends here and the guys in the studio, the feedback we got was that actually the Xperia 1 Mark II images were the most popular. We did not expect that. And what do you think looking at these pictures? I do want to say one thing before I forget, and that is that the building that we are filming here against is gold and highly reflective. So you will notice some gold here, and you'll be thinking, what is that? Well, that's what it is. It's very important that I mention that. So let's cut now to the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and straight away the thing that really hit us here is that it's so much more vivid. That isn't necessarily a better thing, as you'll notice, for example, the gold reflection from the building is really quite extreme looking here. And just generally speaking, it's a less flattering portrait, we feel, as some of the lines here are over accentuated perhaps. And actually, if we look at the hair, you'll notice it's so dark, it's so black, that we are losing some of that vital contrast, which weirdly enough, if we now transition to the iPhone 11, comes out really well. The hair here, it's beautiful because you can see how layered it is. We're very, very happy with this image. It's a very warm image. The area here on the t-shirt that we had seen was sort of overblown on the Sony products in particular. Here isn't overblown at all, and actually it looks fantastic. The whole image is warmer, visually very, very pleasing. And overall, among the guys in the studio and some of our friends here, this was an extremely popular picture. It was very well received. How do you think it's stacking up so far? And also, actually, we've got one more for you. Let's see how it rocks against the Pixel 4. So the Pixel here, actually, we felt it was a pretty similar overall effect to the Samsung, in the sense that, again, it's very, very vivid, a lot of contrast. It's a beautiful image and we are happy with it, but it's a very, very different kind of image to the two Sonys at the beginning, I think you'll agree. So what Andres and I have tried to do here is just put all these phones against the camera, see how they compare, look at the different approaches. But what we really want to know is, putting all of these images together here now, which do you prefer and why? We would love to know, and I personally will see you down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Here's my little outro that I filmed hanging off the edge of the building. So thank you so much for watching another rooftop review. I really am happy, so happy with the comments that you've all made. We've got a great little community here, so please do like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again.
Please like this and subscribe, and please like this video and subscribe. Otra vez, ya va. Please like this and subscribe. Por favor, denle like al video y suscríbanse.